One of the biggest challenges of traveling could be the budget. And I feel the same way. People have different ways of spending money. On experiences, food, transportation, and accommodation. In this video, I will focus on those who want to save money on accommodation and have a unique travel experience. If you want to save money on accommodation in Japan, you absolutely cannot ignore hostels. Hostels are found all over the world, and Japan is no exception. In fact, Asia has the most amount of hostels worldwide. So now, let's get into hostels in Japan. Let's talk about the price first. The accommodation fees are generally around 3,000 to 8,000 yen, which is cheaper than hotels. The main difference from hotels is the lack of private space. The only private space you will have is your bed. The showers and toilets are shared, so if someone else is using it, then you can't go in. When you hear the price of 3,000 yen, some people may worry about safety. But rest assured, I have stayed in over 50 hostels and have never had anything stolen, nor have I heard of anyone experiencing theft. Additionally, many hostels have female-only rooms, so even women can stay there with peace of mind. If you have any other concerns, feel free to ask in the comments. There aren't many Japanese people who know about hostels, so I may be able to help you. Next, let me talk about why I recommend hostels. As I mentioned earlier, the biggest feature is the limited private space. On the other hand, there's an opportunity to interact with other guests, which is the greatest reason to choose hostels. You can discuss experiences with other guests and have drinks together, which make a great new experience. Hostels are often deeply connected to the local community, so the staff are familiar with the hidden gem places. They are recommended for those who want to discover deep local izakayas or cafes. I still can't forget the yakiniku restaurant I found in Asahikawa, Hokkaido. The menu consisted only of yakiniku and you were able to bring your own rice. That's why hostels are highly recommended for those who want to have a more flexible and free-spirited travel experience. Just casually hang out in the common area, have a light drink while chatting with people. If you get along, you can travel together the next day, and if not, you can just exchange introductions and go your separate ways on the next day. Who knows, you might even find eternal friendships or true love. I've also toured around with people I became friends with, and it was fascinating to hear comparisons with other countries. So, when traveling alone, I don't decide on the destination beforehand. I always decide after arriving at the hostel, and it's been quite fun. Also, it's interesting that hostels have various concepts. Some hostels have a bar or izakaya, while others are combined with a candy store or a cat shelter. Candy stores are a unique part of Japanese culture, and being able to experience that at a hostel is another interesting advantage. There are also hostels that have renovated old traditional houses or even hospitals, so they not only have a unique concept, but also try paying attention to the exterior design. This is because each hostel owner has a strong belief that hostels become a place where interesting people gather. Hostels that serve as hubs for the local community are perfect for those seeking new stimulations. Now, let me introduce some areas where hostels are particularly abundant. The most common areas are tourist destinations like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Fukuoka, and Sapporo. Looking at Tokyo, Asakusa has a particularly large number of hostels and they are affordable. You can stay for multiple nights and explore various tourist spots such as Sensoji, Ueno, and Tokyo Skytree. Asakusa offers a taste of traditional Japan and is an important historical spot, so it's a must visit. On the other hand, Shinjuku and Shibuya have fewer hostels due to high rent prices. They are more of a tourist area than a staying area, and you can see a lot of things there. The prices may be a bit higher, but if you manage to book a hostel in these areas, it will make for a comfortable trip. One hostel I would like to go is located in this area in Shinjuku, and it has a sauna. And the best part about hostels is that you can visit just for dining or drinks without staying overnight. The other day when I was having a beer at a hostel, An architect student next to me explained the reasons behind the patterns on the glass windows to me. It was very interesting, but I don't remember much. Next, I will share a few things to keep in mind when staying at hostels. Remember these rules and you will have no worries. Number 1. Bring your amenities. Amenities are generally not provided. Some hostels offer rental items, but to save money, it's better to bring your own towels and toothbrush. In most cases, you'll have to put on your own sheets and cover to the blanket. Number 2. Try not to make loud noises. Sleeping areas are shared, so be mindful of alarms and noises. Although it's an accommodation, many people come for purposes other than travel, such as work, job hunting, and a lot more. Everyone has different daily routines, so try not to be too loud. Number 3. Don't arrive after the final check-in time. Be punctual for check-in. If you exceed the designated time, there's a possibility of being charged extra. It's also helpful to inform the staff about your arrival time at the airport or train station, as it will make the check-in process smoother. Number 4. Have fun and ask a lot of questions. If you have any questions, don't hesitate and ask the staff right away. Hostel staff are all friendly and many of them enjoy talking with the guests, so engaging in conversations could become one of the highlights of your trip. Now that we've come this far, all that's left is to go for it. Decide on the area you want to visit and then look for a hostel. But be careful. In Japan, many of what you call hostels are called guest houses, so try searching with the word guest house. Finally, let me announce 3 recommended hostels. Number 1 is Nui in Asakusa Station, Tokyo. Number 2 is Ren, located in Kawaramachi in Kyoto. Number 3 is Waya, located in Sapporo, Hokkaido. They are all located in the main areas of Tokyo, Kyoto, and Hokkaido. These 3 hostels put in special effort in making spaces where you can interact with other people. They have bars and cafes and the staff are very friendly. If you are not so much of an open person and want to drink alone, that is completely fine. You can also enjoy the bar alone and still feel very comfortable and heartwarming. These are my 3 recommended hostels. And since hostels come in various atmospheres, you might discover interesting places by asking the staff. Instead of considering it as just one trip to Japan, make it a once-in-a-lifetime experience by immersing yourself in a trip full of unforgettable encounters with various people. These were the reasons why I recommend hostels. So, if you're on a trip with budget constraints or up for a unique experience, you should definitely consider it. I am looking forward to your visit to Japan. Sayonara!